Hi everyone, welcome. We're out here in my garden, and one of the main topics last time was the application of moisture. And I went with my watering can, my almost empty watering can. We told ourselves that next time we would bring the garden hose. And when I went to go get the garden hose, looks like some bird left a little gift for me here on the handle of my spray nozzle. So I got a little cleaning up to do before we can head over to the outdoor worm bag to give them today's feeding. So let's head over there now and get started. Looks like we got it pretty clean. What do you think? All right, let's get in here. I don't know, somehow I got this vibe last time, like, where are the worms? So I don't know, sometimes I wonder if I'm about to walk in on a crash and burn situation. Sometimes I wonder if the worms have just been smart enough to outwit me and play hide and go seek and kind of simply evade me encountering them. But last time it definitely seemed like, where are the worms? So, well, whatever. Hopefully what I've got for them is gonna be of interest. I think there's some cabbage, some zucchini. I thought I saw the core of a pepper, even some pepper seeds over there. So a little assortment of veggies. Last time they got fruit. And like here, I could see a wormy hanging out. A good bit of moisture here. I made a comment during the last check-in about how maybe this system could use a little bit of moisture. So I came back 2 days after the last check-in and applied some moisture. So now today I decided I'm going to go a little bit slower, and when we encounter some worms, we'll just kind of check them out a little bit. Why not, right? During the last check-in, it seemed like I just burned through the visit, and when I watched the video, it was like, where are the worms? And I know they're in here, but there was like this weird feeling in the back of my mind, like, how come I'm not seeing them? It almost made me even wonder if they're gonna eat any of the food I threw in here last time. I had like 2 halves of a peach, some other fruits. I think there was a banana peel. Yeah, here's the stem. I think a part of the peel was still even connected to it. I just broke it loose. But they've definitely put a good-sized dent in the last feeding they got, and they're there. They're definitely in here. All over the place. So let's see if I can remember some of the stats. I didn't come out here with any written notes, but I believe the system's now 79 days of age. There's another couple worm parties going on down here. And 6 feedings have been applied so far to date. Oh, here's our little friend of the piece of twine that we've been trying to break down. Last time I pulled on it ever so gently and I tore off a chunk of it, so I wonder how much longer we're going to continue to see it as a single object. That chunk of twine. Oh, another little worm party over here. Alrighty. See, this is a fun check-in. I could even see some of the leaves that we threw in here last time. I just picked up some whole leaves from the edge of the yard over here and threw them in here. They're pretty obvious. So this is a much better check-in, I believe, than last time. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, yeah, there should be no reason for concern. No worries, no worries. Nothing to see here. Just a nice, happy worm bin. All right, so I'm going to treat them today to something I normally don't give these little guys, which is some of my prepared bedding from downstairs. Down in the there goes the cover of the prepared bedding container. So I made a little bit more the other day. Was it yesterday, day before? I can even see some of the standing water down here that was in the container from me preparing this stuff. So it's got a good moisture content to it. And this stuff definitely includes a lot of paper. Usually there's a higher concentration of cardboard, but in this case there's a higher concentration of paper. I believe newspaper type paper. So that's a really generous portion right there of a type of bedding these guys normally don't get. Normally I think to myself, hey, it's the outdoor bin. Give them bedding that's, you know, suitable for an outdoor system. So that's what they usually get. But today I figured, hey, I'm down there. I'm picking up my glove. I'm bringing, once again, like last time, bringing my grit container out here with me to give them a little bit of grit with their feeding. Man, look at this thing. It's like a 2x4. Yeah, a little bit of grit to help along with the digestion process. And as far as moisture goes, I gotta be honest, perhaps that one little check-in, that one little visit I gave these guys 2 days after the last time we were in here with the camera together 14 days ago. 14 days ago was the last visit. By the way, I was rattling off stats before, and I think that was one that I also mentioned, or was intending to mention, but I wasn't sure if I mentioned it. So after 14 days, I guess it's not too much of a surprise that a lot of the fruit that they got last time, and I guess the obvious example of what didn't get completely consumed was the banana stem. But mostly everything else that we gave them last time seems to be history. So to cover up the feeding zone, I've just gone around the whole system there, picking up material from the outer edge, kind of transferring it in towards the center, and just debating in my mind, do I want to add moisture? You know, why not? I've got the hose here. We've gone to all this trouble of getting it over here and even cleaning it off of the little gift that the bird left for us. Why not leave some of the moisture here for the worms too? And I could be as generous as I want, because even though that I set up the system with like a double bag with even a plastic liner in between the two grow bags, the plastic bag is perforated, so it does allow for moisture to go through. And how do you like that? I can get the added bonus of a nice clean glove on top of all of that. So let's bring back the covers. Seems like the plywood's been doing a good job keeping the system's moisture in. My concerns were definitely unfounded as far as moisture goes. I was worried about the system being perhaps a little bit too dry, but you know, I think it was perfect, and now that we've added all that extra moisture, I think it's even better than perfect. Hopefully you agree. All right, everyone, that's it for the check-in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, please don't forget to leave me a quick thumbs up before you go. That's always really appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, please also consider subscribing to the channel. That's very much appreciated as well. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.